Alright, welcome to another episode of me reading The Overthinking Cure by Nick Trenton. So last time we stopped at contact contacting the present. So now the second technique will be cognitive diffusion. So cognitive diffusion. This is where we step back and detach. In ACT, we learn to see our perceptions and thoughts for what they are: images, symbols, bits of information, stories, memories, assumptions. But they are not absolute reality, laws, or something that has complete control over us. Let's quickly explore what is meant by cognitive diffusion. When we act as though our thoughts are the same as reality, we can say that we are fusing the two. We believe that what we think is precisely the same as what is actually happening. 100% true and of total importance. Sometimes, in fused thinking, we assume that our thoughts need to be obeyed or that they're orders. We think that our knee jerk assumption is wise or all knowing. The truth is, however, that there is a difference between our symbol of a thing and the thing itself. When we become aware that our thought about a situation and the situation are two different things, we diffuse. We realize that we are using language to tell ourselves a story that we then believe unquestioningly. Diffusing is not forcefully imagining the world in a way that it isn't. Rather, it is us undoing the process of fusing our thoughts with reality. In the same way as the word apple is not an apple, our idea of a situation is not the situation. In our example, we could get caught up in extreme anxiety and sadness, and tangled up in hopelessness or anger. But if we contact the present and then go still inside ourselves, we can gain perspective. We can be outside our experiences rather than tumbled along inside them. This could be as simple as saying, I'm feeling a lot of confusion right now, instead of, what the hell am I going to do? Which I actually do a lot. I think we still got time. So, cognitive diffusion. Because sometimes, or maybe most of the time, we think that our thoughts are reality. We think that, well, we overthink. We are anxious that, what if this will happen? What if this is happening right now? What if no bad things are happening right now that we're not aware of? So we need to think about it for us to be prepared for it. And yeah, that's how we think. At least that's how I think sometimes when I'm anxious. But in reality, man, that doesn't help. It's not real. It could be real, but the chances of that being real, come on, man. And even though if it is real, what are you gonna do? You're just gonna overthink. You're just gonna be anxious. You're just gonna ruin your day. You're just gonna ruin other people's day. It's just gonna be a mess. And cognitive diffusion is untangling and separating what you think and what reality is, because what you think isn't always real, or most of the time isn't real. Sometimes we just forget to slow down, smell the flowers, go outside and look around. What you're thinking, especially the negative ones, they aren't real. You need to get out of your head from time to time. So, I'm just gonna continue on. Maybe this is gonna be a separate episode, I don't know. So, here we go. Next technique, acceptance. This is not condoning or agreeing with what we find in the present moment. It is simply acknowledging that what is happening is, in fact, happening. We don't resist. We don't resist it or argue with it or pretend it doesn't exist. We simply give it room to be what it is. Accepting something doesn't mean we necessarily like it or understand it. Only that we openly and plainly agree that it is our reality. A more helpful term may be expansion. We simply make room for what is. Oh, we simply make room for what is. Imagine you are simply becoming aware of what is happening, as though you were an alien who had never experienced that thing before and have no memories, expectations, assumptions, or fears. You just observe what you observe. Some ACT practitioners advise reading into a sensation. Maybe you notice that there's a tight feeling across your chest. How could you make room for and breathe into this sensation? Instead of interpreting it, your stress, resisting it, oh, it's nothing, or getting panicked, is there something wrong with my heart? You just make room. You notice the sensation, the temperature, the various feelings, and where they occur and how. You breathe into this awareness, expanding into it. In our example, you might be tempted to think, get a grip, you're being too dramatic about all this. Or, chin up. Or even, why aren't you more upset? You must be in denial. You're not doing this right. Instead, we could simply accept how we are, as we are, without needing to rush along to a conclusion or fix anything or escape uncomfortable situations and sensations. Actually, when you stop struggling against sensations this way, you often allow you often allow them to move on, and they have less impact on you, not more. So yeah, we need to accept whatever we are feeling, whatever we are experiencing at the moment. I find it I find that things get worse when you fight them. It's like a river. You know what they say, but you should not fight the current, you should go along with it. I think that is a good analogy for the acceptance technique. You accept whatever you are experiencing, whatever you are feeling. You don't have to fix it right now. You don't have to fight it. You just need to accept it and just move on, move forward. So, I hope this helps to those out there who are overthinking or anxious for things that aren't real or things that you have no control of. I hope this helps. To those people who have big problems or in a pickle. Yeah, I mean, you should be anxious. because it's real. Your problems are real. However, you need to know what are the things that you can control. There are things that you can't, and those things just weigh you down more. It doesn't help, so you need to accept them. I know I'm not in the position to give everyone advice, but I just hope you're doing okay, and I hope whatever it is you're going through, one way or another, you're gonna overcome it. Maybe not now, not tomorrow, but someday you are going to overcome it, and we all are going to overcome whatever it is we're having a problem with. So yeah, I hope this helps. I hope you enjoyed. That's it. Bye.
Please, I'm begging you.